What's up, YouTube? It's Liquid Vision here. I have something a little bit different for you guys today. Normally I'm posting mostly short form content over on TikTok and Instagram. Not really a moto vlog. It's not really me riding around. I don't have much riding to show you today. There will be a little bit of riding, but not right this second. Let's go ahead and get into this. So I've been riding for a few years now, and I've kind of come across one singular problem that I think that many of us experience, and that's meeting new people, right? Getting out, finding friends, finding people in your community to do activities that you enjoy, people to enjoy them with, right? And so in my case, I've rode around with a few different people, and when I've rode around with these people, we generally know where we're going, but there have been instances where someone's kind of split off accidentally or just because they needed to in general. Then we've had to kind of communicate, coordinate, meet back up, and then continue on with what we were doing. And I found this to be kind of jarring and abrasive for the whole riding experience. It'd be nice if I didn't have to do any of that. If someone got left behind, someone took a wrong turn, super simple. They just come back to us, right? That would be the ideal state, is just, boom, they can just ride back to us, super simple. But currently, in today's world, that's not the case. So with that being said, I've been working on Liquid Vision, creating posts, going viral a few times, and I was kind of just doing that for fun. It was entertaining to me. I liked creating cool videos, edits specifically, and then sharing them with you guys. And so as I've built that, I've obviously been riding a lot with a lot of different people, most of the time specifically with my girlfriend. And so let me go ahead and kind of just throw out here what I'm actually talking about. What I'm talking about is an app. Okay, it's a app that currently only exists on iOS. It currently functions just fine on Android. Everything works there. It's just not currently in the Play Store. I'm actually using a build on my Galaxy S22 currently. Yes, I know the Galaxy S22, right? It's pretty outdated. But anyways, good to test on old hardware, right? Yeah, anyways, I'll be testing it on a Galaxy S22 Ultra. My girlfriend has her iPhone, so we'll be able to show you guys kind of a test where someone's out riding around, you decide to go meet up with them, and I'll show you how easy this makes that happen. So one of the main premises behind Hubs, that's the app name. So one of the main premises behind this app is connecting people to have experiences and do group activities together. So this can be applied, to car meets, car groups, bike groups, bicycle groups, hiking, boating, all this stuff. You can use this app for that. I just personally live in the motorcycle niche, so we're going to mostly be talking about that. So how am I going to solve that problem? How am I going to connect people together in a way that's live, it's interactive, easy to find each other, seamless, low friction? How am I going to accomplish that? The way I'm going to accomplish that with this app is by enabling real-time location tracking, chat features, social features, all in one place so that you can easily find your people. You get into motorcycling, you want to find people to ride with, you open up Hubs, you look at your area, you look at the different experiences that are going on, you see one that's a group ride, you go ahead and join, and you simply route to one of the people in there, and boom, you're a part of that group ride. It's that simple. Now let's say maybe next week, instead of motorcycling, you've decided to get into biking. You got into biking next week, just normal bicycle, right? You're now looking for people to go hit a certain trail with, right, that you've heard is great. You pull up Hubs, you look for someone that's riding bikes in that area, and you go ahead and meet up with them. Now you're there, you're with a group, you just simply routed to them, showed up, and you're experiencing, you're having a great time together seamlessly. So on top of all of this, I wanted to make sure that there was a social component. So of course you have your own profile, you have your friends, you have the ability to interact with each other through DMs, you can invite people to rides, kick people, all of that stuff. You can also create rides that are only for you and your friends. They're not for anyone else in the public. You can create private rides where nobody will see them. It'll be only the people that you invite. So if you really value your privacy and you want to have friends only or private events and share your location during those, then those are options that are available for you. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and actually demonstrate this. I've got the app pulled up on my phone. My girlfriend is in the area riding around, so we're going to go ahead and see how efficiently we can just find her, right? Okay, so here currently on my phone, got myself, the owner, We've got Ninja636 on here. We went ahead and joined this experience. I'm going to go ahead and leave this actually. Okay, so we just logged into the app. We're sitting somewhere, it looks like currently right by us there was an experience started. It's an unnamed one, but we're going to go ahead and tap on that. We can see who the owner is, we can see who's running this experience, and we can go ahead and join it. Once we've joined it, we can take a look at the experience screen. We can see that person in there, their miles per hour. Obviously, they're riding around currently. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's see where we're at here. All right, they're right over there going about 20 miles an hour. And I want to show you guys how awesome this is, how easy it is to actually find someone once you're in one of these experiences and meeting up with the people that do things you enjoy doing. So let's go ahead and tap route to Ninja636. And there we go. We got a nice route on the screen here. And this route will be updating as this person moves around. So when they're riding, you know, they move from one block to the other. Wherever they're going, that route will constantly update so that no matter what, you don't have to pay attention to your phone. You just follow the route and you'll end up with the people you're trying to get to. All right, so I've got this route set. I'm going to go ahead and put the camera on my face. And we're going to go ahead and ride to my girlfriend so that I can show you guys how this app works. All right, and we are off. So it looks like currently we've got about a little 5-minute trip here, 1.8 miles. All right, we got a left coming up here. Yeah, and so I hope you guys are as pumped about this as I am. I mean, it's just so easy to get out here, find your friends, find groups to do things with. I mean, she doesn't even have to pay attention to her phone, right? I join the experience, I click on her, I route to her, and there we go. So it looks like currently she's actually still riding around right now, which is just going to be a great showcase of how easy it still is. Like, she doesn't have to pay any attention and I can just go ahead and find her. Super seamless. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love sunsets. I'm super excited that we're filming this around this time. All right, so we're coming up, it looks like here. We should be able to find her pretty easily. And see, this is just so cool. Like, I just routed to her. I didn't have to talk to her at all. And boom, there she is. She's just chilling there waiting on me. All right, guys. Yeah, so as you can see, you know, super easy to find an experience in your area, a group. In this case, a group ride. Find that person, go ahead and route to them, and then enjoy riding together. Yeah, so actually I'm going to go back to my desk now, and we'll jump into some of the other features that Hubs has for you.
Alright guys, we made it back to the desk, so there's a couple important things I want to share with you. First I want to start off with kind of how I hope this app ends up feeling once we get quite a few people using it. So I went ahead and I created an experience on the phone on the left and the phone on the right, and then just left this other phone going along as it will, emulating its GPS location. You can see these two experiences shown up on the map. The goal for this is to kind of add some life to kind of wherever you're at. So, you know, you open up Hubs one day, it's kind of almost like logging into a game, right? It's like logging into an open world game that has events going on. You can tap on one of those and join the lobby. That's kind of overall what I'm going for here as like an end game. Of course, right now we're kind of starting in the motorcycle niche. That's where I live. That's where the idea came from. So hopefully, you know, you're bored one night, you want to go out and ride. You open up Hubs and you see that there's a group ride going on currently, or maybe there's a couple people out riding. You're able to join that and go meet up with them. Currently, we already have 2 riders here in this experience, so we'll go ahead and bring a third into it. We'll have to leave the experience they're currently in. So we'll go ahead and click on cruise, and we'll join up. So now we see we've got 3 people in this, and I kind of just wanted to showcase like how smooth this is, how accurate it is in comparison to where, you know, the simulator is showing the user is at. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this one a little bit too. Looks like this one, okay, yeah, perfect. So we can see, it's pretty much spot on for where the person's at. It's also extremely smooth. There's almost no jitter to it. For the most part, it's just a nice constant stream of input from the user's location, and it's drawn out with very little to no latency. I did currently build this, so it's scalable. Obviously, I haven't tested it at full scale yet, but the way I have everything built, we should be able to scale this out and split things up across different instances as it grows. Okay, so far we've done this with 3 people on 3 actual simulators here. So I wanted to go ahead and show a stress test with some non-simulator users. Just quite a few users joined in. I'm streaming their location in the same way that the simulators do. Obviously, it's just in a circle, but they are streaming their location to the deployed backend, just like the simulators are, at the same rate. And we can see that even with having 13 total people in this experience currently, everything's still nice and smooth. Phones aren't throttling, there's no crazy heat going on. It's just nice, smooth sharing, no matter what. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am about Hubs, and I can't wait to see you all using it. Currently, it's free to download in the App Store for iOS, iPhone only. Android is still in the works. Works perfectly fine on Android. I use minus 22 Ultra with a custom build to test things out in the real world. However, I have not completed the full Play Store review process yet, so that's in the works. And then once that's released, I'll make sure to update you guys. Thank you.